defense. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Ducks about to kick it away and get this season started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will have the football first. And Jesse, if there is an old warhorse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has read the emotion of being really high and really low, and so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
Throws to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. The Seminoles will hustle to the line.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action, maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Working that left side now. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. The Noles are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Flood. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Harris. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Leads it with the back. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs. And they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Snagged in the middle. It's Howard. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? So Oregon's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today. And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they...
Speeding down the left side. He's at the 40. The 20. That is just a gargantuan blitz. He has it all the way down to the 12.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, two top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
To the air, it's McFarland. Extending the play. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown Ducks! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And after that touchdown, you can barely hear yourself think. Autzen Stadium, one of the most special places in all of college football and easily one of the loudest stadiums, is now going off. We've all called games here before. We love coming to Eugene. This place is magic, and it's because of his fans.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's called it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Creates a little space. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Grab near the stick. It's Harris. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Florida State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Fires to the middle. Got a man. It's Gallagher. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Power football with the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done work, you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Harris. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Seminoles come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. There he goes. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that script.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Kansas State is going to enjoy the trip back to Manhattan after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road and you stack wins there in Bill Snyder Family Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The run from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
That RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And this is how you do it when you're on defense. Continue to apply pressure. Don't stop. Get him in passing situations. Pin those ears back. And Jesse, just keep coming.
Yeah, David, as a quarterback, man, it's hard not to allow that sequence of plays to affect you as this game moves on. 2 plays in a row now, you've been sacked. And you're starting to wonder now, hey, can my guys up front get the job done? I mean, can they actually protect me, or am I going to be running for my life the rest of this game?
He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They go to the ground. Look out, he's got room. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
To the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Howard. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. From the gun. Wants to pass. Looking down the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Oh, they're after him. Trying to escape and get it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to throw, it's McFarland. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Quarterback now breaking the field. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Between the uprights, it's good. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene.
And the Noles will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's going to run it. Crosses the 30. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
And the Ducks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. From the gun, the ground game. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
It's really easy to say the word "our." Say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Unloads quickly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's McFarland. Makes the grab. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just
turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. You got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The coaching staff defensively, they harp on this unit to be more physical, to fly to the football and gang tackle. You're seeing all of that in this game. That's why they're one of the best run defenses in the nation.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gallagher. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door 1st and goal.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. Between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense in a bunch formation. From the gun, the running back has it. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Fields. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Throws to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. The Seminoles will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not going to take a chance to grab that one. Bounces out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and bet?
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The idea was to sell that play fake. Nobody was buying it.
You're right, Reese. That D-line, they looked like they had their ears pinned back, and they were coming after the quarterback. You saw dudes rush upfield. They got to that QB fast.
Got the back over the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's McFarland. Working the middle, it's complete. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Ducks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Snagged out of the air. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. Inside the 30. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Howard. And they pick up just a few on that completion. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll run it from the gun. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, and some quarterbacks just read your mail. And Palmer, it looked like he read blitz all the way and knew his answer.
Yeah, Dave, you could tell this guy spent a lot of time studying film leading up to this game. They knew.
Touchdown, Noles! They've got the lead here in the 4th. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They'll make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Got it in the middle, it's Gallagher. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
To the air, it's McFarland. A strike downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. Big drive for this offense late. Trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Rides the back and leaves it.
The number one goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had zero impact in this game.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Glass. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving the chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you more of a cushion, especially in some areas where you're going to get good matchups of safeties or linebackers on receivers. Nice execution by the offense, getting the free first down.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. To the air, it's McFarland. Throwing right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Howard. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Here comes the biggest drive of the game for this offense, down one score. Looking to pass, it's McFarland. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it. Get it to your running back and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers. And
the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this